From the Ron Miller Race Car Studio, this is the Hammer Down Racing Report. And now your hosts, Scott Hammer and Ron Miller.
Welcome, race fans, to the Hammer Down Racing Report for Thursday, October 10th.
Number 105?
104.
104? Okay. Yeah. I'm a week ahead.
You are. That's okay. It's better to be ahead than behind, right?
That's it.
Scott Hammer in the studio along with Ron Miller, and joining us as well. Did your team have a name? Did you have a name, or are you just...
Oh, what is our name, Russell? Do we have a name?
You didn't have a team name?
We're just kind of messed up, really.
Joe Nickloy, Russell Nickloy, Jeremy Keller, part of Team
Fix and
Grocery
Fab.
Getter Classic guys. We'll be talking about that. And they have a bunch of stories to tell about that whole deal. You finished third in that, so we'll talk about that coming up a little
24
bit later.
hours of racing, I would think you'd have a lot to talk about,
Well,
Scott.
I mean, they have stories even before they got to the track.
The stories coming up to it was as much fun as the race.
So we'll hear from those guys coming up here in just a little bit. We're coming at you live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Twitter/Periscope, live from the Ron Miller Race Cars Studio. Make sure to like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter at Hammer Report, and you can always listen to us on demand, your favorite podcasting platform, iHeartRadio, iTunes, Google, whatever. And make sure to nominate us if you have not done so.
I was going to ask
yet.
you if the nomination process was over
Nope,
yet.
I actually wrote down the dates because I figured that would come up. Nominations for the Toledo City Paper's Best of Toledo go through October 18th. So if you have not nominated us for Best Local Podcast in Toledo, go to ToledoCityPaper.com, and they have a link right there.
Before next Friday.
Under the media category.
Right.
Is next Friday. Wow, I guess it is.
It is.
Wow. So you
This
got about
was going on
week.
last year at that time. How'd you finish out last year?
Well, we didn't win.
We didn't win, but that was...
But we were nominated.
Yeah.
That's important.
All the podcasts in this area, we were nominated. I think there were six.
Yeah,
six finalists.
Yeah, we were one of the six finalists.
In every category.
So we're hoping to do a little bit better this year and at least win or get runner-up position, because we think that the Russians' interference may have played a role.
Oh, we know for a fact.
There was some collusion there,
Yes,
I'm sure.
Absolutely, yeah.
So,
No question about it.
so if you've already gone there and nominated us, thank you. We appreciate it. Have you guys done that yet? You have homework to do after you're done.
We're on it. We're on it.
Appreciate that. Well,
Get on it, Davina.
We need to get back on the ballot at least.
Now, is that sticky still on our page, Scott, where they can...
That is a good question. It may be. And if it's not, I will. No, it's not. I think I took that.
Okay.
I don't think I made that sticky.
Okay.
I will. I'll make that a sticky on our Facebook page. So if you can't remember, ToledoCityPaper.com.
Yeah, careful with that one, buddy.
Yeah.
Do we want to know what sticky is?
If you can't remember what that is, it's a post. It'll be at the top of.
Oh, okay.
HammerdownRaceReport.com. All right. You're making it too sticky in here. Make sure to give Ron Miller Race Cars a call for all your racing needs. 734-856-7223. Any good deals going on this week?
No. We're just trying to clean house right now.
Are you getting caught up?
Yeah, we are. We've had a couple of projects that have just been there too long. Get those thrown out. We've got a couple of cars to build, a couple of roll cages coming in. So we're about to get busy again, Scott. I just want to do a little house cleaning before that happens.
All right. Well, good luck with that.
Yeah.
Don't be slacking off. I was watching something on TV. I was telling you. I didn't really tell you what it was. I was killing some time right before we came on here.
Okay.
Flipping through the channels, and I think it was NBCSN I was watching. I was like, hey, look, a race is on. And then I saw iRacing. It was online racing. It was on TV, and they were covering it like an actual thing. And I guess this kid won $40,000.
$40,000, Scott.
I was like, what the hell? What am I doing here?
Yeah.
Why aren't I playing this video game? Is that real?
Scott, my feeling is that those that can really race,
and it was
those,
funny.
those that can't do iRacing.
They had a camera like on the kids. It was like instead of the in-car camera, it was
on his controller,
in-bedroom camera. It was like a webcam or something.
Wannabe.
And then when he won, he's doing donuts on the video game, and his family comes in and is hugging him and stuff. Like, this is weird.
Strange.
It's a video game.
Yeah.
But no, I think the weirdest part was it was on TV.
Scott, the bad part is a lot of our listeners are into iRacing.
Well, I mean, it looked fun. I'd do it.
We've just offended them.
No, I would do it. It looked fun as hell, but it was on TV.
Yeah, and when you get turned around and cars crash into you, you just hit the reset button.
I only saw like the last few laps, so I didn't get to see any crashes. I was kind of disappointed in that.
Yeah, but comparing it to
Wouldn't that save us
Well,
some
yeah,
time?
it's a lot easier to fix.
what it is that you do with your car, it doesn't have to go to Ron Miller Race Cars.
You don't have to change the oil.
No.
Yeah, easy stuff. You don't have to buy new tires.
I
Talk to
want
this
a
guy
reset
about
button.
tires.
I want a reset button.
Would you do a 24-hour race? That's a video game.
No.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I probably would.
Well, let's talk
40
about
grand.
let's talk about some of the
I would for 40 grand.
40 grand. Yeah, that was the big thing. I thought their kid was racing for $1,000. Like, oh, he's going to win $1,000. That's pretty cool for playing a video game. They're like, he just won $40,000. I'm like, no freaking way.
Who
Yeah.
sponsors something like that?
No, I think they have like some actual real sanctioned NASCAR league or something.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Crazy.
Wonder what 43rd gets.
Racing around the area last weekend, the Budweiser Cavalcade at Sandusky Speedway. 2 days of racing there. I guess they got everything in. Saturday, Carl Smith won the Lake Erie Stock Feature. They just had a couple features on Saturday. Carl Smith was the winner of the Lake Erie Stock Feature. Dylan Watson was the Renegades winner, and Hayden Nails. That's kind of a cool name.
Yeah.
Hayden Nails, coming from a guy named Hammer, won the beginner stock. Sunday, Blake Rowe was the big modified winner. Eric Johnson won in the Renegades. Parker Ennis was the street stock winner. And Joey Wickoff was the crate sprint winner. Oh, and one other winner, Jake Albright, was the sport compact.
Modified driver
So
took
a lot of
home.
racing there.
Modified driver took
5,000?
$5,000, man.
That's not 40,
No.
but
And he did wear out some tires.
did he probably didn't make as much on
He
it.
didn't have a reset button either.
No, he didn't. Oakshade Raceway had that bonus show, the season finale, last Saturday night. Ryan Missler went topless and won that final late model feature event. BJ Gregory won the sportsman feature. Jamie Gruchowski, first time in the car in how long? Like over a year, I think he said. And he won the Bomber A main. Kurt Dickey was the Bomber B main, and Brogan Rayclaw won. And at the end, there was big fire and I guess some other drama back close to where I pit.
Yeah.
there after the
Had
race.
your truck been there, it would have
been not.
sustained some damage, Scott.
Well, I'm glad my truck wasn't there
Yeah.
then.
Brogan Recklaw?
Sure.
Yeah. We know that guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
They lost a steak dinner to us to the last 24-hour race.
Really?
Yeah.
So, but I guess Megan Elliott, her car caught on fire. I didn't see what happened going back to the pits because there was a big fireball on the backstretch, and Megan Elliott was able to get out.
Oh, she got out real quickly.
Yeah.
And she had her safety equipment on, and that was a good thing.
Yeah, and it wasn't a real problem until she stopped because the fire was kind of trailing behind her, and when she stopped, the whole
Yeah.
car just kind of
Yeah,
engulfed.
it did. And
It was pretty crazy. And you had someone driving your car.
I did. Scott, we had been trying to get a car together for Dave Gumby Jr. To run for the last race of the year, and we just kept running into one problem after another, and the phone kept ringing. And
That's because we keep giving out your number.
That's right. But I said, Davey, there's no UMP points because the Nationals are on today. There's no track points. There's no perfect attendance. Drive the late model tonight. And he did a very remarkable job. I was real pleased with him.
Yeah.
So, 10, 12 years from now when I retire, I think I've got to drive
12 years from now.
Yeah.
So you brought it home in one piece then?
Yes, he did. One little dimple in the front end, which was not his fault at all.
Whose fault was it?
Somebody that spun in front of him.
Oh, okay. That happens.
Yeah.
Talk to him about that. We were talking about that before the show. Someone spun in front of him, and I didn't realize he broke his ribs. We'll talk about that later.
All right.
We're jumping ahead. World of Outlaw Morton Buildings late models were in action last Thursday at the Livonia Speedway. Team Zero teammates of Chris Madden and Scott Bloomquist started on the front row of the feature, raced 1 and 2 for most of the race. Madden took the victory, and Bloomquist ended up finishing second. Friday night series was at Cherokee Speedway. Brandon Overton led all 50 laps for the 10,000 win, and Overton was back in victory lane Saturday night at 411 Speedway. Series is done now until the Can-Am World Finals November 7th through the 9th at the dirt track at Charlotte. So we're getting down to the end of the season here with a lot of things Lucas Oil late models. Kyle Bronson took the lead at the start of the Lucas Oil late model feature event at Raceway 7 on Friday night. He led the first 9 laps until Jimmy Owens took over and checked out to a 3-second lead on lap 45. However, Owens slowed, pulled into the pits, relinquishing the lead back to Branson, who Bronson went on to take the checkered flag. Don O'Neill won his second Pittsburgher 100 in the last 3 years at Pittsburgh, PA Motor Speedway on Saturday night. And those guys in the Lucas Series are going to be running down in Georgia this weekend for the Lucas Oil Dixie Shootout at Dixie Speedway on Saturday. And then on the 12th, they're going to go to Lucas Oil Rome Shootout at Rome Speedway. Wait, that's on Sunday, the 13th. So, and I think they only have one more weekend in their series scheduled as well. So, NOS Energy Drink Sprint Series was in action. David Gravel had a clean sweep in the opening night of the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Series National Open at Williams Grove. Friday night, he set quick time, won his heat, won his dash, started in the pole of the feature, and led all 30 laps to take the $10,000 paycheck for that.
Sounds like an exciting night, doesn't it?
For him.
Yeah.
Not for anybody else.
Not for the guy behind him.
Yeah, or all the guys behind him. Brett Marks took the lead at the start of the World of Outlaw NOS Energy Drink National Open finale, but lost it on a lap 3 restart. Stayed close to Brian Brown. Brown slipped up on lap 13. Marks retook the lead for good. Went on to win his first World of Outlaw victory of the year to collect $65,000.
Ouch.
Yeah, that's a little bit better than the iRacing thing.
Yeah.
Next up for the World of Outlaws, the Wabash Clash at Terre Haute Action Track Saturday, and then on to Tri-State Speedway on Sunday. Chandler Smith took the lead from teammate Christian Eckes on a lap 161 restart, only led one green flag lap in the ARCA Menard Series race at Lucas Oil Speedway on Saturday night. A light sprinkle got heavier, causing officials to put out the caution flag. 5 laps later, red flag came out and ended the race. So Smith won that.
Back to that iRacing thing. I wonder if those guys have $200,000 eye haulers. I mean, just saying they've got
virtual haulers.
Yeah,
they should have to drive virtually to the track.
You would think,
and virtually unload.
Yeah.
How big a hauler would you have to haul an eye?
Well, it would have to be at least $200,000.
Yeah.
I would think.
They got to virtually sleep in it.
Yeah.
Next race for the ARCA Series is the season finale on Friday, October 18th at is that Kansas Speedway, I believe. I put Canas Speedway.
You know, Kansas Speedway could be really cold by then.
It could be. NASCAR action. They were at Dover. Cole Custer took his 7th victory of the season in his 100th NASCAR Xfinity Series start. Next race for those guys is the following weekend, Kansas. Yeah, Kansas Lottery 300, Saturday, October 19th. So, yeah, Kansas is the ARCA race. And then the Cup Series, Kyle Larson. He hasn't won a NASCAR Energy Drink Cup Series race since 2017. I didn't realize that. It had been that long for Larson. But he won on Sunday, taking the lead at the start of the last stage, the Dryden 400 Dover Speedway, never looking back. So congratulations to him. And I saw his wife shotgunning a beer in Victory Lane.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently that was a thing, too.
Did you get to... you were busy moving.
I was busy. I didn't get to watch. I saw the video online, though.
You know, for a 1 mile track, you would expect a lot more action, and it was really pretty boring race.
Was it a boring race?
Yeah, the announcers were screaming, you know, back 8th, 9th, 10th place, you might see somebody passing.
Well, it's their job to make it exciting. I know this from experience.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's hard.
Yeah.
When it's not exciting, it's hard.
Next race for the Cup Series is this weekend at Talladega. 1000bulbs.com 500. That'll be Sunday at 2 o'clock on NBC.
Now that one could be exciting.
Could be, and that's and it's the playoffs too. So
right.
Rusty Schlenk traded the lead back and forth with Dwayne Chamberlain and Chad Finley in late model action at I-69 Gas City Speedway on Sunday until lap 21 when Rusty hit an infield tire and was forced to retire. Chamberlain went on to take the victory and the $1,500 paycheck. Devin Shields passed Finley with 2 to go and held on to take second. Finley finished third.
Those pesky tires.
Another random note here. Speaking of tire, have you run into any infield tires in your career?
Maybe.
Okay. I have not done it yet, but I've come close. Buddy Kofoid went to Jacksonville, Illinois for the Built Ford Tough MOWA Sprint Car Series to drive the Marshall Clausen Racing number 67 sprint car. Started 8th, went on to finish 2nd behind Rico Abreu. And on the second night at Jacksonville, it was the same results. Abreu took the victory over Kofoid. So Kofoid, he's making a name for himself.
He is. He really is.
Nice kid, too.
Yep.
Did you see that show we had? We had Kofoid in here.
I did not.
Cool kid. You should check it out. You can listen to it. iHeartRadio.
Oh, I did see part of that. I did.
Okay.
Deduct 10 points.
Make it 5 because I seen part of it.
One other note here, as far as racing news goes, ARCA Menard Series is going to return to Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course for the first time since 1965 on May 30th next year to run in conjunction with the Xfinity Series race. Do they have any other road courses?
Yeah.
Where do they run? I was trying to think of that when I...
There were 2 of them almost back-to-back in the schedule, Scott. I was kind of surprised.
So they do run some road courses.
Yeah.
All right.
When are they coming to Toledo Speedway?
I don't know. I'll look it up in a minute.
They're not.
What?
The ARCA Menards,
Are you serious?
Yes. The ARCA Menard Series is not going to be here.
I
Now, the ARCA CRA Late Model Series...
But not the Menard Series
Correct.
like we've had in May
Correct.
previous years. Really?
Correct.
I did not know that.
Yeah. They'll be at Salem.
We're going to have to talk to Charlie about this.
Yeah. He's going to have to use some of his power to get that back on the schedule.
I thought NASCAR was not going to mess with ARCA that much. I know. That was stupid. The IndyCar Aero Screen will be on all the other cars in 2020. It's said to be safer and stronger than the Halo that the Formula One guys are using. Have you seen? Did you see the Aero Screen?
I haven't.
Kind of looks like almost like a jet fighter pilot kind of cockpit thing that only comes up so far. I mean, it doesn't look too bad. It looks weird though.
What is it? Carbon fiber?
Like a roll cage, you mean?
It's no, it's a actual clear aero screen. I guess like a windshield, I guess you could say, to protect the drivers from debris. That one guy that was killed at Pocono a couple years ago got hit in the head with a tire or whatever it was, and it's kind of to protect against that kind of stuff.
Now, a lot of Top Fuel dragsters are going to that, and it's it's probably the same thing. It's a very thick material. Definitely protects the driver.
I mean, I think it's a good idea, and I'm guessing they probably would put some extra downforce on those cars too.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if that make them drive better or too much downforce, right? Or I guess they could make some adjustments elsewhere, take some downforce out in other parts of the car. I don't know. I don't know anything about Indy cars. I'm just
in case
talking out of my hands.
In case of a fire, I would hope that it's easily removable.
Okay.
And I know in the Top Fuel dragsters it is.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but I think that
You're never wrong.
I think that that piece in the Top Fuel cars is like an inch thick, Scott, and some sort of, again, some aerospace material.
It's all about safety.
Yeah.
It's the next big safety thing since safer barriers.
Safety's come a long way in racing.
Yeah.
You would know.
I do.
Coming up a little bit later, we're going to play How Many. I'm not going to tell you what it is, so nobody can start guessing online yet, but I guess Big D's Pizza is still on board with giving away free pizzas for winners online. We'll tell you about that a little bit later and who our winners were from last week. Before we do that, let's talk to Joe Nickloy and the guys here. You guys raced in the Grocery Getter Classic, the second annual. You were in the first one too. Were you guys involved as well? Okay.
Yeah, these are some of the original guys.
Gotcha. So you were part of the original four then.
Yep.
But when was that? Was the 22nd or something?
Yes.
22nd, 23rd of September. So a few weeks ago now. So you've had some time to kind of digest,
Decompress.
Decompress.
Oh,
There you
it
go.
takes days afterwards to be alive again.
So again, we got Russell Nickloy, your Joe's son. We got Jeremy Keller. How do you know these guys?
I worked for him at Fix and Fab.
Okay, get right up onto that microphone there.
Yeah, I worked for him at Fix and Fab.
Okay.
He works for us at Fix and Fab.
Did they pressure you into doing this, or did you go
No, I wanted
voluntarily?
to do it.
Okay. All right. Good enough.
He was coaxing us along for sure.
Yep.
Well, before we get to what happened at the track, tell us a little bit about the car that you guys put together for this thing, and some of the issues you may have had before the race.
Well, there was lots of issues for sure. After the last race, we're trying to think of something that would be a really good car to have. We had a Monte Carlo last year, and it was a really good car. But we thought, man, if we had something like a Corvette, just jokingly, that would be great. Well, I found this Corvette online for $400, no title. And I'm thinking, oh, that's stolen. And so I go look at it, and he says, no, it's not stolen, but I'm still thinking it's stolen. The guy's wearing a gun, and he looks really, kind of shaky. So I said, all right, you signed a bill of sale, and I'll buy it. So we bought the car for $400, took it home, sprayed some ether in it. It popped off, and we went and bought a fuel pump for it. Within half hour, we had the thing running and driving it, and it ran great.
The guy say why he was selling it?
He bought it, or he got it from a lady that he was cleaning up scrap in her barn, and I guess the guy that had it originally died, and she had it in her barn and couldn't get rid of it.
Well, at least you had a story then.
Yeah. We always got a story.
I think that story gets passed around real frequently with cars without
how
titles.
that's how
Though,
that
Yeah. Honest, So we were scared about it right off the bat. So I went to the police department. We're pretty good friends with the police department, and gave him the VIN number, and he says, no, it's not stolen. It hasn't been titled in, I don't know, how long was it, Russell?
04.
04 or something like that. So it's been parked in the barn all this time. And
What year is
it was an 84 Corvette.
Nice.
So we this time, unlike last year, we really prepared ourselves. We took every piece off the suspension. We lubed everything up, made it where we could take everything off in a big hurry. We got spares of everything, sometimes double spares of everything, and we were really ready for this race. We were going to win this race. We were going to, and we tried real hard. But we took it for a test drive once, and the other guy on our team, Bill Lonnebarger, he had a Corvette, and I said, well, let's go race. So we went out of town and we raced and found out the transmission was bad. And this is pretty close to his time to go racing, and so we had the transmission rebuilt.
Automatic or 4-speed?
Automatic.
Okay.
So we got it all done, put it back together, and I decided I'd take it out of town, or take it around town and beat on it a little bit, and beat on it a lot. So I'm going out of town much faster than I should be. Sorry, Tim. And Tim's the chief of police there.
Where at?
In Pioneer, Ohio.
Okay.
And,
Where everybody knows everybody?
Where everybody knows everybody, yes. And so I went out of town a little faster than I should have, and got out to the edge of town and started spinning donuts and smoking the tires, and then went off out of town. And Russell called me and says, you better get out of there because the cops just went flying by. So I went to Michigan with the car, and I said, well, go run reconnaissance and tell me where.
Followed the cop around until he, all right, come back in.
So he said, come back into town. So we came back into town, and we parked the car. So we didn't get a chance to drive it much after that. We were scared after that. So when we finally did get to race it, it kind of lacked power, and it wasn't as fast as we thought it should be, but it still handled like a dream.
So how much?
Of course.
How much would you say you invested into putting it back together and getting it ready for this race at Baer Field?
I'd
25.
Yeah, probably $2,500 on this $400 car. Yeah.
Was it worth it?
Oh,
That was extra spares.
Yep,
And
extra parts and
sure.
tires.
New
and-
transmission, $1,000 on the transmission.
So police ever come and talk to you at all?
Nope.
No, they didn't. I'm sure he wanted to. I know he wanted to say something, but he didn't. We work on their cars, and they treat us good. We treat them good, and We kind of crossed the line, but he didn't come get us for it.
Okay. Now, how long did you? When did you get the car, and how long of a period was it that you got this ready for that race?
Oh, what do you think?
6 months.
So you were working on it for quite a while then.
Oh, yeah.
We pulled the tranny, and it was up at the tranny, so we just sat there and we didn't do nothing. And of course, wait till the last minute. All right, we got to do this.
Now, just for our listeners, there are no roll cages or
Nope,
anything.
completely stock.
It's got to have an FM radio so that they can control tower can talk to you.
No,
No, it's actually so you got something to listen to.
yeah, they never
They
used
never
it.
did talk to us.
Really?
Neither
Nope.
year. Yeah, they say you got to have an FM radio, and
But they never use it.
I haven't figured that
okay.
out.
Well, did they tell you what frequency to tune to?
No.
No.
Oh, well, that might be the problem then.
They said whatever you want to listen to.
Oh,
That's what they
okay.
said. That was their answer.
well, apparently, okay.
I guess
I
the
think they
airport's
ju-
right there, so they have
Yeah, I was
trouble
going to say, I don't think that they
getting
can
a
actually
station
use.
they can use.
Yeah. Well, so you went old school and just watched flags, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Now, tell us about how things went during the race. Started at Saturday noon and went until Sunday at noon.
Yeah,
Yep.
this year went much better than last year. They really had their organization down a lot better than last year. This was their first time last year.
Did it start on time this year?
It
Yes,
did
it did.
exactly on time.
Because I remember
was
last year, was
Yeah.
it you or Dwayne? It might have been Dwayne
Yeah.
who said he was hungry because he didn't eat ahead of time, thinking he would eat after his first shift.
Right.
And then they didn't start racing until
2 o'clock or something
like
like
that.
that.
And he was like, "Man, I'm starving."
You're right.
So tell us about the race then. How'd that go?
There's about 54 cars this year. There's
54 car, okay.
110 last year. Car count down a little bit, but I think that made it a little bit better racing. I started her out and got looped around right off the bat pretty quick, going in a little hard and got.
All by yourself, or did you have help?
Well, I bumped the front corner on the Corvette and went around.
I was concerned that maybe they were thinking the Corvette was going to have a major advantage, and
It did.
probably next year we can expect a no Corvette rule.
No,
I don't think so.
No?
We got best
They
of show
love us
with
there.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And first part went really smooth. When I came in, we had second place, 25 laps down or something like that in the first
So
2
you
hours.
guys were leading at
Yeah.
first. Okay.
Yeah,
The
we
first
led
7
for
hours.
about the first 7 hours.
Wow.
Then we had some car problems.
Now I know last year you were eating up tires. Was the Corvette more friendly on tires?
No,
No.
it was a lot worse.
Oh,
I
okay.
bet we went through
Yeah.
34 tires.
Oh my.
Well, there's a little story behind that as well.
They was all used in dry rotted tires because they're
I
so
see.
expensive anyways.
and also we're circle trackers anyway, so well, let's set it up for circle track. Get the caster camber right. And it's really easy to jack weight on a Corvette. You just tighten the bolt on a leaf spring, and you can get the right wedge and stuff you want. And so we had it set up really good for going the right way around the racetrack. Mm-hmm. Well, then they said they're going to go the other way. And we got everything, all the tires pitched to the left, and oh, man.
Did they do that last year?
No, they didn't.
They just kept, okay.
So
Did they
we
announce that they reserved the right to do that?
They did.
Yes.
They
Okay,
did, but
all
we
right.
knew they wouldn't. So
and yet they did.
well, that's where the story's going.
Okay.
But so they tell us that at the meeting. We got like 8 or 10 minutes before the race starts. I said, let's put things back. So we start instantly. We get underneath the car. We're twisting things back to where going the other direction. And then we get out there on the track. They line us up, and we're all lined up, ready to go. And then he takes us down through the infield and changes it again, and we're going the right way around the track again. So after we changed everything the second time, now we got it changed up wrong. So our tires weren't lined the way they should be to run the way that we were going, so we did chew up some tires pretty bad. How many tires did we go through?
32 or something like that.
32 tires on a Corvette. That's a lot of tire
And
changing.
those are what, 15-inch tires, right?
No, those are
17s.
16s
Oh,
and 17s.
16s. All right, all
Mainly we
Low
ran
pro.
17s,
Okay,
low-profile tires.
So they're not as hard to find anymore as the 15s.
They are really hard to find.
Are they really?
This
Yeah.
wide.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, they're really wide tires. They're like 10 inches wide
Oh, all right.
and low profile, and they're expensive. So we didn't buy any new ones. We looked for all the old ones we could find, and they were dry rotted. And
How many did you actually bring with you to the track?
we ended up going to buy a couple of them.
So not enough.
No, we didn't.
No, not enough.
Yeah. I think we brought 30-some tires.
Well, we had about 20 there, and John Launerbarger brought us.
Oh, yeah,
The
he went
rest of
back
them.
home. Yeah. They went back home and got our other dry rotted tires and, that we didn't think we would need. Yeah, we went through a lot.
So how many rims did you have? Did you have at least, okay, so you had at least 2 sets of
Yeah.
rims, so you
Yeah.
could just swap tires.
We had 10. 10
Yeah.
rims we had.
I know the tire changers didn't like us.
No, they didn't. The tire change. We usually do it by ourselves by hand.
Just a bead breaker
Yep.
and
Yeah,
spoon.
Yeah.
but these low profiles are so hard to do by hand. So we took them. They were charging $10 a tire.
Oh, my.
And they'd see us coming and they'd shake their head. The one guy got a bloody mouth from the spoon coming up and hitting him, and so we started tipping them. You know.
Was this at the track then?
Yeah,
Yeah.
at the
Yep.
track.
So
were
they had
doing
somebody
that.
doing that.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. How many
I'll
laps we
I'll
did?
bet they made pretty decent money for the weekend.
Oh, they
should
were
have.
constantly busy. They had 2 changers there, constantly busy.
And they were
all
there for
weekend
So
long.
basically, it was $5 on, $5
Yep.
off.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
So how many people did you have on your crew total working on the car that be doing all this stuff?
I bet we had 30 people there,
Yep.
family and friends. Some of them just kind of got in the way, but
Yep.
but it was great to have every single one of them there.
Yep.
They done anything we told them to do, and we couldn't have done it without them.
No,
they
we couldn't
were,
have.
They were the bomb.
And how many of them stayed awake the whole time, the whole 24 hours?
Me and Jeremy.
Yeah, him and Jeremy.
And my son, pretty much.
Yeah, he was a
Yeah.
He was a
trooper.
big help on the pit crew.
Yeah, he was.
He
was a
ran
trooper.
tires back and forth across the pits.
Anything we needed, they did it.
Then went and tried to find water on the other side of the pits.
So did you guys bring your own food, or did the track had food, I'm assuming?
They
Got
had-
some.
Yeah, we had some, and they offered some.
Cool. So going into, you said you led the first 7 hours or
Yeah.
so the
Then-
lights are on about this time.
Yep,
How
yep.
are things going at that
Car
point?
got hot and got it in. That took a while to get it cooled off. But I bet we had that
I think
motor
it's
up.
Cody Houston's fault. Yeah, that was when we put Cody Houston in. We realized early in the thing that if we beat on the car, that it would overheat. Of course, you know Cody Houston.
Yeah.
There ain't a better driver at Oakshade, I don't think. He pushed that thing. Boy, did he push that thing, and it got hot. But it was, in his defense, it was puking out water before he went out. So I'm not blaming you, Cody. I still love you.
Ish.
I bet that motor was over 400 degrees. I don't know
Yeah,
how
it
it's.
was like-
yeah,
it
it
was-
took
I don't know why it still
45
runs.
minutes to get it cooled down.
So you guys sat out for 45 minutes?
Yeah,
to
just letting it
Yeah.
Just
run.
sitting there
45
dumping
minutes.
antifreeze into it slowly. Finally got her cooled back down.
So how did you keep it cool? I
Took the
I
hood
assume-
off.
We took the hood off and busted some fiberglass out, and
So
then we never had a problem after that.
Yep.
Was that about mid-race, or about what time was
yeah,
that?
about 7
Just
hours.
a little before,
okay.
just a little before mid race.
Gotcha. And then did you guys take a break at all overnight, or did you guys keep going?
No.
Oh
It's
no, you
nonstop.
can't take a break. There's no
I remember,
breaks.
I think Dwayne had said last year there were some people that just parked for a
Yep.
few hours overnight and slept.
Yep.
Right?
And
Yeah,
instead
Well,
of
we were
continuing.
in it to win it.
yeah. If you're gonna win it, you don't take a break, and you got to make every pit stop count. Every
Yeah.
second's got to
No
count.
problems.
How hard is it to keep track of, do they keep track of it in real time, what
Yes.
position you're in? So you
They
know?
did this year. They
Okay.
did.
Yes, they had it up on the race monitors.
So,
we knew
so when,
exactly where we was
when
at
you
all
got the
time.
engine cooled down, how far back were you?
Oh,
Yeah.
well, we were at
6 Oh.
6 when we were there. Gained backed up to probably about 4th.
Uh-huh.
And then cousin Chris Hug, he was coming off the corner going into 1. Well, the pits, you get off right there to go into the pits. Well, right there, the right rear tire falls off.
Busted the studs.
Yeah.
Note to self: put bigger studs in it for those big
Yeah.
tires.
So then we had to replace all the right rear suspension on it because just from driving, I don't know what, 200 feet.
Yeah,
Yeah, it wasn't very
aluminum,
far.
Ground it right off.
Oh, yeah. All of it gone.
So
Chris
much
saved it.
how much how much of that equipment did you actually have with you? Did you have to send somebody out to go
No,
buy
we
this
had it
stuff?
No,
all.
we had everything. Everything.
You did have okay.
Our pits was organized. We had everything set out in a certain order where, right.
So you could
front
have
here,
rebuilt a whole new car.
Oh,
Yeah.
we could have. We could have. We had everything we needed.
So you were prepared. Was everybody else as prepared as you, or
No.
There was a few that was pretty prepared, but I think we were.
Yeah, that Nissan
We're definitely the
350, heck, he blew a wheel bearing and he was done. He didn't have any more. And he was going to be one of our competition.
Okay. Now I hear you had an epic pit stop.
We did at the very end. I was racing at the very end, and Russell says, "Now, Dad's got to come in at the end. We have to have the same size tires on at the end. They all have to be the same size." And I'm out there, and I'm just passing people like crazy. There was no more saving the car. It was try to make every lap count. We weren't in the lead. We were down quite a ways.
Was the car still set up to go the other way?
Yeah, it was.
So the whole race you raced
Yep.
with the car set up to go the other way around.
yeah,
Okay.
Yep.
yeah,
Sorry,
we did.
continue.
Yeah.
Okay.
and so Russell instructed everybody and organized, got some wrenches and impacts and everything.
Jags, floor jacks, and
Yeah, they had a person on every corner, and I think it took us how long
A
did it
minute
take
and
us?
13 seconds to change all 4 tires and get them back out on the track.
And that was a splash of gas too.
I was going to say, how much fuel did you use?
Yeah.
Just shy of 100 gallons.
97 and a half
Oh, wow.
gallons.
What kind of fuel were you putting in that?
Just regular pump gas.
Just 87, or
Yep.
did
yep,
you
just
even use a
87.
higher
That's all we
octane?
can afford. We're not rich.
So that's a few $100s worth of
Yeah.
gas you're putting in there. Then.
Yes, it is.
So did you get paid yet?
No.
No.
Oh, okay. Do you know how much third place pays?
Nope.
No.
Okay. Well, you find out how much third place
Yeah.
pays.
We're kind of hoping. We're kind of hoping
So
we'll
who,
find out.
who was in the car then the final few laps?
I was.
Okay.
And had they not done that epic pit stop, we wouldn't have got third place.
We'd ended up fourth.
Really? It was
Yeah.
that close?
Yeah.
we were.
4th place was 1 lap behind us.
No, if you wouldn't have had the overheating problems, you probably
We'd
I
probably
think
would
we'd
have
have
been
won it.
contending
I
for the
think we'd
win.
have won it.
Yep.
Okay.
I think we're down about 150 laps from the leader.
I think so.
One time we were 350 down
Oh, wow.
from the leader, so
yeah, we gained a lot back.
Now,
We passed a lot of cars.
the guy that was leading when you were in the pits, did he wind up winning? Do you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
believe he was.
Honda
All right.
Prelude. Those things are quick.
Really?
Yeah, Honda Prelude beat a Corvette.
Wow.
But he had a tire sponsor with brand new tires. Every
Yeah.
time he came in, he
had-
went out with 4 brand new tires.
Ooh.
Well, he probably didn't have his car set up to go the opposite way around the track
Yeah, he
either.
was probably smarter than we were on that side. He didn't try to cheat.
Now, in hindsight, would you maybe make the car neutral going in next time? Maybe just
yeah, we'll probably take it to the alignment rack
No,
and-
because I know he won't do it now.
Well, I guess he changed it back to the regular way because on the front stretch wall it stuck out a little bit, and drivers were concerned about getting pushed up into it and taking off the whole driver's side of the car.
It's a viable concern.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah,
I was
especially-
scared.
that's-
Especially when you're
The
driving
driver-
a fiberglass car.
Didn't you see somebody's underneath?
Yeah, they come in and hit the front tire, and it launched them up in the air, and I thought they was going over.
Wow.
So, do they have any red flags in this event? Or I'm
Yeah.
sure there's.
Yeah. When the
there's
car's
a-
down, they caution it or stop it. Depends on what it is.
They
But
had a few small fires that they had to stop it for.
Okay, so you get a little bit of a break every
Yeah.
once in a while. Any bad crashes?
no, not
Not really. It's pretty clean driving.
Yeah,
Last year was a lot less clean driving.
Yeah,
it
that
was
was a
pretty
demo
rough.
We had
last
twice
year.
as many cars, right?
Yeah.
Twice as many cars, and this year they penalized people, and they were,
For what? For rough
for
driving?
rough
Rough
driving.
driving.
Yeah.
driving too fast in the pits, too many people in the gassing area. Just
Well, you guys had 30 people, so
Well, in the gas area, you can only have 2 people.
and the driver.
And
So
the
there's
driver
separate
has to
areas.
be out of
Yeah.
the car.
Yep.
Everybody
Oh, that's
goes
right.
to the one area to fuel. That way they ain't got fuel all over the pits. That way they got one big bomb in the middle of the pits.
Now, compared to last year's car, is the Corvette the way to go for this then?
Yeah.
Will it will it come back next year?
Yes.
Most definitely.
Okay.
It'll come back.
Well, you said
It
something
won't
about...
look as nice, but it's coming back.
So it's still alive then?
It's
yeah.
still alive, yep.
Same motor?
Same motor.
Okay.
I think we'll probably rebuild it and try to make it a little more powerful, make it run.
You said there's a race at Atomic?
Yeah, the Banger 1000. And that one you run roll cages in, which I wish they did that at Baer Field. But so we'll run the Monte Carlo again at that one.
Oh, so you're not taking the Corvette there?
No,
Gotcha.
no. We'll take the Monte Carlo there.
Does that one that has a roll cage in it now
Yeah,
then?
yeah, we got that.
I'm
Roll cage
hoping
in
we
it.
make it, but
When's that race?
That's end of October.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
forget
still
when that is.
Oh, that's pretty quick.
coming
Yeah.
up in a
Yeah.
few weeks then.
Yeah, and plus we're trying to move our business right now, and so again we're under the gun.
Yeah, what's up with that?
The police caught up with them.
He made friends with. He made nice.
Yeah,
with
we're
the friends with
good.
me.
We're good.
Were you moving from? Where were you before?
Well, we're just moving across town with our business,
Okay.
but we increased our area, square foot area by like 4.
Now across town, Scott, that's like two.
I've been to Pioneer.
That's 2 traffic lights.
I've been to
there's
Pioneer.
only one
I've been-
traffic light in town, so
I've been out there. So you have tell us about your shop, the Fix and Fab.
oh, we do anything that your car needs. We do it all. Anything from an oil change to major engine overhauls, transmissions, whatever, anything. And right now we got 2 bays, and when we get there we'll have 4 hoists, and we'll probably be able to get about 12 cars in the shop, and we're really excited about it. We bought an alignment machine. We're doing a tire sale actually, and
Are they used from the?
yeah, they use Corvette tires. No, but we're selling new tires, and for every tire that's bought at our grand opening on the 16th, we donate $20 to the Williams County Cancer Society. It's just for the people in Williams County that this place helps out. Gets them to the hospital or whatever they need.
Well,
And
congratulations on doing that.
yeah, we're really happy to be a part of that, and
So you said
it'll help us and help them.
your grand opening is on the 16th.
16th, yeah, we'll have a live
Of next
band
month.
there, and
Of November.
Oh, of November. Okay. I was thinking next week.
What are you guys doing here? You should be working.
Yeah.
oh no, we should be there.
we should be working, and we really should.
So are you still at the old shop too?
Yeah,
doing
we're
stuff?
still at the
Okay.
old shop at the moment.
Yeah,
and
work there
So you're
from 8
still-
to 5, and after hours at the new shop, trying to get
And this
that
is
ready.
what funds your grocery getter.
Yes.
Yeah,
Stuff.
yeah.
You're
Pays
gonna-
the bills.
Is the Corvette coming back next year then for the grocery getter?
Yes.
Most certainly. And I think all the people that came and helped us was so into it. I think we're going to have like maybe 5 more cars there
I was going to say you're going to have to at
with
least
our
bring
team.
another car.
Our other driver, Bill Lonnebarger, he put together another car just for the kids and other people, and he just let about anybody in it and just went out and had fun, and they done really good. And so now all of his daughters, Russell's sisters,
Got 7
they're all
younger
hooked
sisters.
now.
Oh.
Yeah, they all got a taste of the fever, and so the fever got them, and they're all into it now.
I don't know. Ayla
Jeremy's boys are into it now, and
didn't like it very much. She got hit a couple times in the driver's door, just little bumps, and she was coming in.
So I'm out of here.
Yep.
my daughter Tracy got hit, and she was pissed off. Oh, she got road rage real bad and had to come in before she killed somebody. But it is. It's physically grueling. You cannot imagine how tired you are. You wake up at 6 in the morning. The race doesn't start till 12. You race 24 hours, and then by the time you're done with the race and get loaded up and drive an hour and a half home, you are exhausted.
I would imagine there's no good sleep either.
No.
I mean,
No.
you
No.
probably catch a little cat nap here and
Yep.
there, but
No.
Well, it's not race engine, so it's probably not as loud as a regular race. but-
Some of them get.
Oh yeah, when these
Some of
exhausts get knocked off of them, they get very loud.
Now, what's the longest any one driver
I think
went
you did
to-
4 hours last year, didn't you?
Yeah, last year I did.
What about this year?
This year I tried to keep it right down about 2.5.
Yeah.
Is that what you were targeted at?
Well, when it started running out of fuel.
oh,
Yeah,
okay.
about every time we had to
Yep.
get fuels when we changed drivers. And Jeremy was a trooper. He was. Man, that boy can drive.
Yeah, stay up all night too.
So who drove it the most then?
It was all about equal.
All about okay.
Yep.
I'd say Jeremy probably drove the most.
No, not this year. I think Chris put in some pretty good stretches.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
He would never drove a race car before at all.
yeah,
He'd
this was
never
his
been on
first
a
time
track,
on it.
First time out there.
and he done a great job.
Well, it's just a set up wrong Corvette.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what's wrong with that?
Yeah, but the good thing is,
Don't
Scott,
have Nickloy's fixing fabs set up your car.
the good thing is he doesn't know what a race car is supposed to drive like.
Right, so he didn't know.
no disadvantage.
Now, last year when we had you on the show, you told us about the whole experience of the fire at Bryan Motor Speedway and everything else. But you also said you were working on a car that you were going to be racing at Oakshade that was like a backwards truck.
Yeah.
Whatever happened with that?
Well,
I didn't see
it's-
that this year.
No, it's still kind of in the works.
Still, okay.
Working with Berkey Nestor Race Cars, they're building us a chassis, and Berkey got out of it, and Hawkins bought into it, and then they got really busy. They only build asphalt cars, and they want to build a dirt car, so they're going to build us a dirt car and just give it to us, and
Just give it to you.
just give it to us.
Wow.
And
They'll
and,
stay in business a long time.
and they wanted us to, work the bugs out of it, help them figure out where things got to be mounted, and just we were the guinea pig. All right, I'll be your guinea pig. But they got so busy that they haven't had time to finish our car, so we didn't even race regular racing this year at all. But that's still kind of in the plans to. It'll be done for next year for sure.
Okay. So what do you prefer? Do you prefer this distance endurance racing or?
I do. I love the
Yeah.
endurance. But go out to Oakshade, you're out there for 10, 15 minutes. Well, you go to endurance race, you're out there for hours.
Yeah, well, you could go drag racing in 5 seconds. It's
Yeah.
over, you know.
Yeah.
How much fun
I
can
never
that be?
understood that.
5 seconds? Isn't that slow?
Yeah.
It depends on what class
Oh,
you're in.
Ron's kind of old, so they were slow back then.
Ouch. Ouch.
So with this
Is there a mute button on this thing?
so this car that is being built, is it going to be a bomber then? Still?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it'll be another bomber.
Okay. Is it still going to have the backwards truck body?
We
kinda
haven't really
thing?
decided.
Have you told the people that are giving you the chassis?
Yeah,
that-
yeah,
Oh,
they,
okay.
they think I'm nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, people have thought that for a long time.
yeah. It's kind of common knowledge, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. Again, we're talking to Joe Nickloy, Russell Nickloy, Jeremy Keller, guys he had raced at the Grocery Getter Classic a couple of weeks ago, Bearfield Raceway. I think we pretty much covered pretty much everything. I think we got all your stories there that you had the drama and everything. But the car is still in one piece. Mm-hmm. So that's good, right? You're happy with that?
Yep. We got to the finish line there, and they had us all stop in the front. And we got a grocery cart that we have on top of the car. That helped us get the most popular. And
Was it the same cart you had on top?
yeah, it was the same cart. And
But
we
you
had
didn't have the blow-up dowel on top.
Oh yeah, we had a
Yeah.
blow-up dowel on
Was
top.
it? I thought it was in the passenger seat. I thought.
And we
So-
had one in the
Oh,
passenger
okay.
seat.
You had
All right.
multiple.
And they had baby dowels all over.
Was that in case you were bored while you were racing?
Yeah. We ain't gonna go there. This is a family thing.
And you had females driving too, right?
No,
No, not on our
not
team.
on this car.
Not in this
the
car?
other car that
Okay.
there was. But we got all done there, and and I'm just happy as heck because I know I got third place. I'm sure that I got third place. And so I get out of the car and I jump up on top of the car and get inside the cart, and I'm whooping and hollering and jumping around, and the guys are looking at me like, "You didn't win. What are you doing? You only got third place." But I was ecstatic. We were all ecstatic. The whole group of us, we were just crazy ecstatic about getting third place in this because of
just
the things that we
finishing the
went
24
through.
hours.
Yeah, just finishing and being alive at 24 hours is something.
Any idea about how many cars were actually still running at the finish?
There were quite a few. I think there was like 23,
probably at least-
25.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
So almost
around
half the
there.
field's still going.
Yeah, yeah.
Not too bad. How many was that comparable to the first year? About half the field still running?
No, I
No,
thought there was about
half the
30
field
last
wasn't
year.
there.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
about the same finished.
but more started last
Yeah.
year. So
How many laps did we do?
3,219.
is that all?
Approximately.
Yeah.
All right, do the math, Mr. Miller. How far is that? Where'd they drive to and back?
3219.
Yeah. They drive to Key West
Couple thousand miles.
and back.
I
No,
think
that's
you
like
can-
3,000 miles.
A few thousand miles.
Are
I
you
think we
asking
could
him to
have
do the
drove to
math?
Dallas, Texas.
So, it's a lot of fuel, a lot of tires,
Yep.
Yep.
and a lot of fun, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, man, it's ungodly fun. Ungodly fun.
You have to get to
Best
one of these.
worst time you'll ever have.
The best, worst time?
Best, that's a good way to put it. The best, worst time you'll ever have.
That should be the tagline for the. Did they give any indication about doing a third annual Gersh Together?
They got a contract for 10 years supposedly.
Yeah,
Really?
This is going
Okay.
on September 22nd for 10 years.
And we got most popular again, which gets us a free entry.
Really?
And first pit spot.
How much is the regular inch? Is it?
500.
Oh, that's right. It was 500. Nice. All right. Well,
Any idea at all what you're anticipating third place to pay?
1,000 to 2,000, somewhere in there.
Case of Pepsi.
Yeah.
so will it cover what the cost that you? Put
It'll
into
help
the
buy
car?
tires for next year.
Yeah.
Or do you think will you break even at least? Or
No.
no. Okay.
It's like racing on the weekend. You're not going to make any money.
Just doing it for fun.
Yep.
And you
Pretty
get
much.
you get your business name out there too.
Yep.
Yeah, that too. That helps.
Do you pull clientele from that far away, from Fort Wayne?
No.
Or is it mostly just Williams County,
Yep.
Southern Michigan?
Williams, Defiance, Fulton County. Yeah.
Okay. So you span several counties then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we got
we
people
gotta-
that come from Fremont, Indiana.
Yeah, we do, don't we?
Yep.
That's not that far from Pioneer.
No,
Tri-state area.
There
Yep.
you go. There
All right.
you go.
Were there people in the stands all night?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, there was not a lot, and it kind of varied. When it got really late, there wasn't a lot of people in the stands. They kind of come and go, and there's places to camp, and you can camp there, and they'd go back to their camper, and
It's like a big weekend party
It
Yeah.
was
with a race going.
right, right.
Cool. Were there a lot of people there at the finish then? In the stands?
Not
Not
a
really.
lot
no. Most all the fans stayed in the pits with
with the
with their
drivers.
families, and
Gotcha. Well, it sounds like a fun time.
It
Maybe
was
they should
great.
think about doing a 24 hours of hangover New Year's Day at Sandusky.
That would
I'd
be
do it.
cool. I'd do it.
I do it. I'm in.
Yeah.
All right, Chris Mize, make it happen. That might be a little cold, though. I know
Yeah,
that Ron's.
I don't know. Last year was
Beautiful.
It was
Yeah, it
cold
was-
last year.
year was cold.
Last year was cold. This year was a beautiful weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, how about we play How Many?
How many?
We're going to play How Many.
Okay.
3.
Each week we pick something and guess how many.
42.
So last week, we did how many modifieds at Sandusky. When I copied and pasted, it came out how many topless models at modifieds at Sandusky.
Yeah, all right.
A week before we did topless late models.
No
should've
wonder
been
you
in
stuttered
Sandusky.
a little bit there,
I
Scott.
did.
I should have been there for that one.
How many modifieds on Sunday at Sandusky was last week's
Right.
for the cavalcade, the 5,000 to win deal. And our winner in the studio, well, the actual number is, if I counted right, but I'm going with it since it's my show and I can do whatever I want, was 32.
Really?
32 modifieds. Kathy was our in-studio winner. She guessed 38. She was closest. And Larry Kingseed,
Oh, all right.
online winner, guessed 34. And if he hooks up with Dean there from Mr. D's Pizza, he'll get a free pizza.
Ooh.
So this week, because I know last week I mentioned what the how many was going to be earlier in the show, and we had people guessing online a little bit earlier. Mm-hmm. So I didn't want to give it away yet. So this week, our how many is
How many late models at I-96?
nope. I'm going bigger this year,
Ooh.
or this week, I should say. How many? It's actually over here. How many?
Easy, boy.
How many cars will be running at the end of the Cup race on Sunday at Talladega?
Ooh. Oh.
That's a tough one.
So, if you're listening to us on Facebook Live, you can enter to win that Mr. D's Pizza, Big D's Pizza, Mr. D's, Big D's Pizza. Thanks to Dean Henry there. Just put your number in the comments, put your guess in the comments, and if somebody else guessed the same number as you, whoever guessed it first gets the tiebreaker there.
So it's how many cars?
How many cars will cross the finish line at the end of the race?
I'm going to go 28.
at Talladega?
At Talladega. in the Cup race.
Yep.
On Sunday.
Russell's got 28.
28 for Russell.
I was going to say 29.
You gonna go with 29?
I'll go with 29.
29 for Joe.
I'll do 27 and a half.
I'm putting you down for 27.5.
Hey, it's going to be that one guy like us. It's dedicated.
No roof.
Kathy?
A lap's a lap.
25. Wow, you guys are pessimists. 25. What do you got, Ron?
Wait till you get to me. Go ahead, Scott.
Go ahead. No, you go.
No, but
I'm going with. Oh hell, 30 does seem optimistic, doesn't it?
oh, that'd be only 8 cars out. Yeah.
Is only 38 cars starting?
Yeah.
It's 40 cars.
Oh, all right.
I was gonna say I thought they. Well, assuming they have enough entries, it'd be
Yeah.
40. Well, that's a toughie. You go.
18, Scott.
Wow.
18. Wow. The big one's going to happen like
That's it.
3 times.
Hell, I'll go 26 then.
There you go.
Go right in the middle. So if you want to guess online, there people are going already. 22, 31. Dean's got Dean's going to win a pizza himself. He's going to give himself a pizza.
That'd work.
27.
It's
Bruce
rigged.
has
It's rigged, they
23.
say.
See a 26. Tracy Filson 29. Chris Blykamp's got 21. Gene Steele says 17. So he's
Ooh.
pretty. Oh, we got 15. Mark Burns the second there.
Mark, do a quick search and let us know what the lowest number that's ever finished that race. I think it was a dozen.
Mark's going to be hungry.
So we'll find out who wins next week. And if the race is rain delayed, then it still counts on Monday or whatever.
Right.
Whenever they do it. Coming up this weekend, we have a few races. They're becoming fewer and far between. Waynesfield Raceway Park is in action with the second annual Bob Hampshire Classic. They're going to have a bunch of sprint cars there. The Fast 410 wing sprint cars, the Boss 410 non-wing, and they're going to have USAC D2 Thunder Midgets versus the AMSA non-wing mini sprints. So a lot of open wheel action. Waynesfield Raceway Park running that limited schedule this
Right.
year. Rumor has it that there may be a few more races there next year. Maybe not, I don't know about a full schedule or not, but
Maybe some cars
find
with
out.
fenders, too?
I will.
You just never
Maybe
know.
we'll have to talk to somebody down there.
Yeah.
You're very influential.
Yeah, right.
We'll see how that works out.
How'd the last one work out? Ooh.
Speaking of which, no Dirty 30 this weekend, so if
Right.
you hadn't heard yet, that had been canceled. No racing at Sandusky Speedway this weekend. They're done for the year.
Right.
But this race, the second annual Bob Hampshire Classic at Waynesfield, is on Saturday. Pits will open at 2, gates will open at 4, racing at 6, and general admission for that is $18. That's a pretty fair price for all
It
that.
is. That's a lot of racing.
Just outside our area, if you want to drive a little bit further, well, depending on where you're listening to us from, I suppose. Atomic Speedway is in action down there, southern Ohio.
Chillicothe, Ohio.
Love that track.
That's what I hear. I hear it's fast and nicely
It's
banked.
fast.
The Fall 50 going on down there, featuring late models, modifieds, sport mods, DRC compacts. Gates will open at 2 on Saturday, hot laps at 4 p.m., and they didn't give a race time. So I'm guessing shortly after hot laps. General admission $20 there. Montpelier Motor Speedway, we were talking about that over there in Montpelier, Indiana. The Outlaw Showdown this weekend, featuring topless UMP modifieds.
Right.
Also, Outlaw Super Streets, Outlaw Thunder Cars, compacts, trucks. I think the trucks are running with the Outlaw Super Streets. That's the Fremont and Attica trucks. I think I read that. Gates open at 1 over there on Saturday. Racing at 5 p.m. General admission is $20 there. And just because it's Outlaw Thunder Cars and Outlaw Super Streets, it's not totally outlaw. They do have some rules, so check their website.
It's semi-outlaw.
Semi-outlaw. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
not
can,
exact-
You can put some big wings on, I think, is
Yeah.
pretty much their version of the outlaw there. 14 cars is the least ever, according
Okay.
to Davina Nickloy.
That's my wife.
That's your wife?
All right.
Okay.
Tell her to get the margaritas and tacos ready. We're coming home.
Well, you just told her. So. Also,
Our time back.
one final race here. I-96 is up there at Lake Odessa, Michigan. The 360 Sprint Showdown and the American Ethanol Late Model Tour Championship is going to be wrapping up there. Great Lakes Super Sprints, Late Models, Great Lakes Lightning Sprints as well. Racing at 6:30 Saturday, $20 general admission. And that's all the racing this weekend.
Yeah. Yep. And
That's Michigan, Indiana, and Ohio.
right. And I think the weather report is favorable-ish.
Yeah, I think Ryan Weekman was off. I didn't get my weekend weather
Right.
pit stop, and today probably would have been the last one for the season anyways.
Right. But it could be
It's going
chilly.
to be chilly, so dress
but,
warm. But the weather looked good
yeah,
for Waynesfield.
No rain.
Yeah. I think the cold front's coming through tomorrow.
Yeah.
Then it's just going to get winter. We're going to turn on winter.
Quit cussing.
Well, I didn't say the R word. That's the bad word.
Cold is a four-letter word too, Scott.
So don't forget to head on over to ToledoCityPaper.com to nominate us for Best of Toledo. They have this annual deal they do every year. Again, last year we were nominated for the Best of Toledo local podcast category,
Yep.
along with some other pretty formidable competition. So get on. You can. There's other categories too. You don't have to do just local podcasts. You can nominate your favorite radio station, which would be WIOT, if you're there.
Your favorite weather person.
Favorite weather person, which would be Ryan Weekman.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you who to vote for, but vote for Ryan Weekman. And Hammer Down Racing Report and WIOT. And I think there might be a favorite radio personality. You can vote for Scott Hammer on that one, too.
Right.
Of
Probably
course.
don't have a snowball's chance in hell for that, but
Hey,
why not?
Dumb things
it's
happen.
supposed to be cold this weekend. You never know.
I'm supposed to jump out of an airplane this weekend.
What? You do some pretty crazy stuff, too.
I do.
I see a lot of, you did some whitewater rafting, too. I think you
Yeah, twice this year.
did you go down to West Virginia?
I did. Yeah.
Gully
The
and
Gully.
New
Yeah.
River?
Yep. Yeah, that's awesome.
I go
Oh,
there
man.
every year. That's fun.
We were completely underwater in a raft somehow. We came back up and didn't fall out. I don't know how that happened.
Well, at least you're having fun.
I have fun.
We hope to see you back in a race car next year at
Most definitely.
at Oakshade doing
Most
some stuff on the dirt. What about you?
He'll be in there sometime.
Yeah.
In the same
we'll
car
be
with-
there.
We'll get Jeremy in there too.
Yeah, I'll definitely be there working on it.
Nah, he'll make some laps.
All right. Well, looking forward to that as well, and I hope to see the backwards truck body.
Yeah, me too. I think that'd be cool.
I can't wrap my head around how that's even going to look, or what that would be. That would be very confusing, especially if it was stopped on the track like you spun out. Like,
Right.
Did he spin out? I don't know.
Right.
Facing the right way.
Mark Theo won't know which way to go.
So that's going to do it for this edition of the Hammer Down Racing Report. Don't forget you can catch us live every Thursday at 7 o'clock, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitter, Periscope. Listen to us on your favorite podcasting platform, which should be iHeartRadio. But you can
Yes.
listen to us on Google or iTunes or Spreaker or Spotify, whatever.
Yeah.
We're not too picky.
YouTube,
So-
you'll find us.
Yeah, I just said that. Live, and you can watch us back after we're live, not live, recorded.
If you didn't
That's
get
it.
enough of us here, you can watch us again.
Make sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and we'll see you next Thursday at 7 o'clock. Joe Nickloy, Russell Nickloy, Jeremy Keller, thank you guys for making the trip in today.
Thanks for having us.
And good luck with the new shop next month.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
Get
We'll see you
her-
next week.
Get her done.
Yeah, stop by. We'll take you for a ride in the Corvette.
Do some donuts. Have a cocktail.
We will. It'll be there.
And we'll see you next week. Hammer Down Race Report.
Goodbye, y'all.
You have been listening to the Hammer Down Racing Report from the Ron Miller Race Car Studio. Listen on demand on iHeartRadio.